Hey everybody, I'm your man Dennis Pitzenbarger here, PRI coverage from Automedia with my very good friend Dick Boyer from PBM. And you know why I love being here is because I'm his customer. I think you actually have my PayPal account. I don't know why it's empty, but we'll talk about that later. Let's talk about these great engine kits and what they mean to builders out there around the country.
Yeah, Dennis, PBM, we focus a lot on the engine builder. We have about 5,000 engine builder customers, and they come to us for an engine kit that they can put together for their customer with no problems, easy to put together, everything shows up at one time. They basically come to us and say, I want an engine that'll make 800 horsepower or 900 horsepower in a street application, drag race, circle track, whatever it is. And we have the knowledge and the components to be able to put that engine kit together for them the first time without any issues.
Well, let's talk about the choices. I think that has to be addressed because you know what? We're here at PRI. You can go around to a million different suppliers and buy parts for everything you can possibly imagine. Talk about what goes into the choices you make, because if I walk up and I say, hey, Dick, I need 800 horsepower, I'm going to put it in my Camaro and go drag racing, you're going to have a combination in your head that's going to work. What's the process of putting that together?
Well, the process starts with knowing what the RPM range and the horsepower range on the engine is and the weight of the car. And then you start at the bottom with a World Products block, and you work your way up and make sure you get the right PBM crankshaft, the right PBM connecting rod and piston, and the right Urson camshaft to make the thing work. And then we have several different vendors that we deal with on aluminum cylinder heads, or you can put a World Products cast iron cylinder head on it to make the thing come together, make the power the end user wants, and keep it together for years and years. Sometimes we do a little too good a job at building these engine kits, and repeat customers don't come back for 8 or 10 years. So that's just part of the game, though. The longer they run, the longer they stay in the sports and enthusiast area, and the more customers we end up with at the end.
What's the craziest combination people have asked for? I got to ask, because I mean, there's a guy that'll be out there in a class racing, whether it's dirt track or whether it's drag racing, they'll have a particular idea, but there's got to be a customer out there that just says, hey, listen, Dick, here's a check, go wild.
Probably the craziest one I've been involved in was a guy wanting to build 3,500 horsepower on a twin turbo Ford small block. So that was a pretty amazing engine build. But we put it together. The guy runs in the 380s in the 8th mile in an outlaw drag radial car. So it worked pretty good.
Dick, let's also talk about the engine builders and their response and their reactions to your packages, because you know what? You don't supply an engine, you supply a kit. What's been the response from these engine builders around the country, personally, when they talk about getting these kits out of the boxes and putting them together?
The general response is, wow, that was easy, and wow, I made a lot more money than if I'd have tried to source the parts individually.
What's been the response from the customers once they get those kits built by their engine builders and then the cars?
Like I said, Dennis, we've got some of these guys that have been running these kits for multiple years in a drag car and no issues, so they really like us. A lot of guys for years didn't know who PBM was because we only dealt with engine builders, and we really didn't do anything with the end user, and we still don't. But as the engine builders have become acquainted with our products and our kits, they're actually using our name now on those kits instead of using the other people's names. So,
all right, Dick, if people want more information about those PBM kits, where do we send them so they can get the right stuff and go out and race and have some fun?
PBM-Urson.com.
You heard the man. PRI coverage right here, Automedia.